dance among the stars. These after hours got me charged and open, living for the night like it is golden. Yeah, I came to win, I'm never folding. I just wanna dance among the stars. These after hours got me charged and I just wanna dance among the stars. I just wanna dance among the stars. I just wanna dance among the stars. These after hours got me charged.
Tens of thousands of dollars every year. In fact, one woman you're going to meet today was attacked by her husband, sent to jail. He's still currently in jail, but she still has to pay money every month to support him. Yeah, can you imagine having to pay support to support the man who attacked you. We'll talk to her. There's big changes happening in alimony that men have to pay their ex-wives as well. So we're going to cover it all today to arm you with information. Remember, nearly 1 million marriages each year in this country end in divorce. So watch today's show. If not for yourself, maybe for a friend you can give some advice to. My first guests are Susan and Patricia. Between the two of them, they've been ordered to pay more than $500,000 to their ex-husbands. They're here with a family attorney, Jonathan Fogel. Thanks for being with us. Appreciate it. So Susan, what happened to you when you got divorced from your ex-husband?
So my ex-husband and I were going through a counseling sessions for probably about 6 months, and during those counseling sessions he told me that he was not going to be asking for me to pay alimony. I did make a lot more than he did at the time.
You worked in advertising.
Correct, I still do.
And what did he do?
He is in the education field.
Okay.
And I was actually making around 4 times as much as he was at the time. But he said that he wasn't.
So during mediation, he said he didn't want, he wasn't going to be taken out. And then how did that change?
Our last counseling session, he basically came to me in the session and said, I'm asking for money and you need to keep me in the life that I'm accustomed to.
So when he said the life he is accustomed to, what did you mean?
I went to trips in Europe, paid for his veneers, paid for personal trainers, etc. And he wanted to be kept in that lifestyle still. So.
How long were you married?
We were married, we were separated at 4.5 years, married a total of 5 by the time we had decided to get divorced.
And did you have kids?
No.
So there's no kids that he's now taking care of or anything?
No children, no assets in the marriage.
So how long did you have to pay him for?
I actually had to pay him for almost 6 years. The reason being is that I would have to have paid him so much money due to the fact of my salary and my commission that I made. I would be living in a very, very small apartment. I would have had to change my whole lifestyle. So he did agree for me to pay it for a long period of time, which that was good.
Let me play devil's advocate here, though, because there are a lot of people who say, well, look, you know, as women get paid as much as they should in the workforce compared to men, why shouldn't women pay alimony or manimony to their ex-husband if he's not making as much? My
personal feeling is that I think that everybody who is able to work, who's able to take care of themselves and is educated should be, that being a man or woman, should be able to take care of themselves, and it's not an entitlement issue on either side.
Patricia, how long were you married for?
27 years.
27 years?
Yes, sir.
And how many kids do you have?
We have 2.
2 kids. And what do you do?
I'm a pediatrician.
You're a pediatrician. Mm-hmm. And when did you get divorced?
Last January, it was final.
Okay. So what have you been ordered to pay your ex-husband?
The initial settlement was going to be $4,000 a month forever.
$4,000 a month forever?
Permanent, yes.
And how has that changed?
Well, shortly after the divorce was final, he moved a girlfriend into the house and he became a cohabitant. So I took him back to court to remediate, and so we've changed it since then so that I now am just down for 15 years at $2,500 a month.
Do you think that's fair?
I don't think anything that long-term is fair. If you're in a job and you lose the job or have to change the job, you make it a settlement package, you're done. You're basically tied to the person financially with the strife and everything that goes on for a long period of time, and it doesn't end. The divorce doesn't end the marriage because you're left there financially with them.
There is a big emotional component to this. I mean, talk to me about that because, as you say, you are tied to this person. It's not just about the money you're paying each month.
We have a long history. I loved him. I don't object to helping him. I think anyone who's been in that long-term relationship and you have that disparity, that it's okay. I just object to the length of time and the amount.
So you're paying a good amount of your salary every month?
Yes, I am.
I mean, are you able to go out and take vacations and do things?
I'm living paycheck to paycheck right now. My kids are seeing this.
Because people say, well, look, you're a doctor, you must make a lot of money.
That's what the lawyers like to say, too. You're a doctor, and they told him that she's a doctor, she can afford this. But a pediatrician is one of the lower-paid doctors, so it's really not. The field right now and the market's not good, and I'm actually working part-time because I can't find the full-time and working up to it. So there's been several factors entering into it that have resulted in my living paycheck to paycheck, and my kids see this, and they know that Dad is still out there taking them to the movies and doing all this stuff, and they come over to see Mom, and we're pretty much staying home and do a little bit.
Is he working full-time?
Right now, he's unemployed.
Jonathan, are more and more women being asked to pay manimony or alimony to ex-husbands?
Yeah, I mean, this is a trend that we're seeing quite a bit. I mean, as more and more women are out earning their spouses and roles are changing, traditional roles of the wife staying at home taking care of children and the husband being the wage earner, who traditionally, when the marriage ends, has been the person paying spousal maintenance. We're seeing that as more women are out earning their spouses, that they're now being in a position of paying spousal maintenance. And the laws are written to be gender neutral.
As a family lawyer, do you think these women have a right to be mad?
Well, certainly I think that they have a right to be angry. I think, I agree with Patricia here that the longer the marriage, there's certain standards that the courts look at when they determine how much spousal maintenance or how much alimony should be paid. And generally, it's the longer the marriage, the longer amount of maintenance is going to be paid. The amount of income that each person earns, or the ability to earn, is going to affect the amount that's going to be paid.
But let me play devil's advocate, Patricia. I mean, these are the kind of things that men have been saying for years, for decades, about having to pay alimony to ex-wives. You know, they're able to have fun with the kid. You know, it's inequitable. This thing that goes on and on and on. Now, I mean, isn't this just a side part of equal rights?
I think that it needs to be equal rights. I don't object to both sides doing this. I think it needs to be more fair how it's done, and maybe this is going to help bring it to light that the system needs to change for both sides.
We'll see a hand up here. Yeah.
I was wondering, is the trend getting higher for women paying their husbands, or is it also kind of equal?
It's still predominantly, I mean, still it's mostly men paying women.
Absolutely. Most spousal maintenance payments or most alimony payments are still made from husbands to wives. But as we're seeing the earnings changing and more women being in the workforce and those roles changing, that they are paying what you've talked about as manimony or alimony to their ex-husband or their ex-spouses.
Do you think women should have to pay manimony?
I have a problem with alimony at all. I don't understand it. I mean, I thought it was meant to protect a woman, you know, back when you didn't work. I mean, when we weren't able to go in the workforce.
So you don't think anybody should get alimony?
I don't understand alimony at all. I'm divorced and I got child support. That I understand. But if you don't have children, it makes absolutely no sense. I don't get it.
Wasn't it also based on the idea, which now seems kind of antiquated, that women are staying at home, caring for the kids, doing everything, and therefore, and allowing the man to, you know, enabling the man to work and succeed in his career, and therefore they should benefit. I mean, that's an understandable.
That's right. The original idea of alimony was that the wives didn't have the same earning power as their husbands, and so they would usually stay home, take care of the kids, take care of all the homemaking things. The husbands would go and work, and the laws look at it as an equal partnership. Doesn't matter who's working, doesn't matter who's staying at home, both are entitled to the same money. But when they split, then the person that stayed at home should be entitled to the same money.
Right.
And what's happening is now the wives are the ones working, the husbands are the ones staying at home, and the roles are reversed.
It's interesting. We tried to get a man who is receiving alimony or manimony from a wife on this show. None of them would come on to talk about it. They didn't even want to provide statements.
People, basically, they're trying to change the current laws about alimony in the state of Florida. One of them is permanent alimony, where you're required to pay your ex-spouse a certain amount of money for the rest of their life, essentially. I don't think this is right, because you need to consider that when you pay someone child support, you only pay that until they're 18. But with permanent alimony, you pay that for the rest of their life.
And so why is this something that's important to you?
This is important to me because my parents got divorced back in 1999, and my mom was the sole provider growing up, dating back to about 1994. So when my parents got divorced, my mom had to pay my father alimony, and he continued to take my mom back to court, and she now pays him 65% of her total monthly check, but throughout the years he has taken her back to court and gotten that amount increased. And I've seen my mother struggle financially because of having to pay him, and it's affected me financially as well.
What other ways have you seen this affect your mother?
I've seen it affect her, you know, mentally, just being worn down from lack of sleep because she's constantly working, and physically. About a year ago, she had a stroke, which was, you know, that can be related to stress. And I think that she had a stroke because of stress. She's constantly stressed because she's constantly working, trying to make ends meet. She has to pay 65% of her monthly income to my father, and then she has to pay her mortgage, you know, her medical bills, for the stroke, her, you know, every other bill that you have, phone, food, water, electric, you name it, she has to pay it.
Has this affected your relationship with your father?
It has. About 4.5 years ago, I sat down with him and I talked to him about why I didn't think this was right. He was receiving this income when he's doing nothing to earn it, and he was taking no measures to find another job on his own. I explained to him how it was affecting me financially and just affecting me, affecting my brother as well. And he chose that the money was more important to him. He'd rather have that money than that relationship with me, so I've been talking to him about 4.5 years.
Do you have anything else to add?
I do. Florida alimony reform is very important to me.
First of all, but you want to say something.
Well, I think that these things should all be revisited because circumstances change very quickly, particularly in this day. I mean, 20 years ago, it might have been okay, but everything, I think, should be revisited.
But both the women paying men and men paying women?
Yes, indeed. I believe that, yes.
Do you believe in forever alimony, that some people should get it forever?
I do not believe that.
No.
No. Because things change.
I want to introduce you to Tom here. You're trying to get the laws changed in New Jersey.
New Jersey, yes.
Why?
I was married for 24 years when I divorced, and I have a PhD. I'm a professor at Rutgers University. My ex-wife has a PhD in psychology. She's a licensed psychologist in New Jersey. I thought we were on an equal footing. When we went to divorce, it turns out that's not the case.
How much do you have to pay?
$3,000 per month for the rest of my life.
Wow.
And the worst part about it is that you can't insulate the children from the legal wrangling. Long story short, my son hasn't spoken to me since 2007. My daughter doesn't speak to her mother. So our family has been completely destroyed, I believe, because of lifetime alimony laws in New Jersey.
I'm so sorry to hear all that. I mean, Jonathan, that's an important point that Tom raises, that it's impossible to separate the kids. I mean,
I've had to pay my attorney fees by completing my retirement fund, so I have absolutely no retirement left, although he has a lot, several $100,000. And I also am required by law to have an insurance policy that I pay for every month with him as the beneficiary that will pay him $500,000.
Sure, how more and more women are now paying alimony to their ex-husbands or manimony. Jonathan, were you surprised that no guys would show up here?
You know, not really. I mean, I think it's something that is still a stigma that for a man to receive alimony or manimony from their ex is a hard thing for them to talk about.
Patricia or Susan, were you surprised?
I'm not surprised at all. But what I think is very funny is that they can expect it or want it, but they can't come out and talk about it freely.
Right.
And that's what I feel is, you know, I told him a long time ago, I said, I'm going to come and talk about it. I can talk about it with my friends because I'm not embarrassed by it because I can take care of myself and apparently take care of you.
You had a question. I tried to stand up. Do you think women should have to pay alimony to husbands, ex-husbands?
Absolutely not. I totally don't agree with it.
Even if the woman earns a lot more than the man?
Even if the woman makes a lot more than the man. I think he needs to support himself. If he's not able to make that money, he needs to find a career that can keep him in the way he's supposed to make that.
Okay. You had a question, I think, for Patricia?
Yes. You mentioned you had children. Does alimony supersede child support? Is he paying anything at all?
Child support ended up not being a problem with us. 2 kids, but one decided to stay with him and one's with me, so it ended up a wash. So really there's no child support, it's just the alimony.
We had another question up here, I know, for you. Can you stand up?
Yeah, hi. I wanted to ask for the pediatrician what your husband did. Was he a stay-at-home dad? Oh, did he have earning power? Is that why he was awarded so much?
He's got earning power. He was in sales. Early in our marriage, we had actually planned on him going to school and becoming a CPA. He's very good with numbers. I'd encouraged him a couple of times.
Now he's very good with your numbers, apparently.
He had been, you know, that was our plan, and it just kept getting put off and then never happened.
And this is the same. You know, we hear this a lot from men when they're going through a divorce, that when they're the ones that are having to pay alimony, well, we had a plan that she was going to go back to work. We had a plan that they were going to go back to work, and now we're getting divorced, and they want the judge to enforce the plan that they may have had. But the courts, they don't look at it that way. They look at it, what is the situation right now as far as the financial circumstances? And there is ability to come back and modify it. It's just not very easy sometimes.
Holly is joining us by Skype. She says she's paid her ex over $500,000 so far. She says she's going to be paying him $8,000 a month until the end of his life. Holly, to you, why is this so unfair?
I am a real estate broker, so my industry was hit significantly with the whole bank demise. I got divorced during the peak of the real estate market. My income was based on an average of 4 years of the highest real estate market in history. The first year I was divorced, my income went from $350,000 to $75,000. I could not get a modification from the courts in Massachusetts.
So because your rate was set when you were making so much money, they wouldn't reset it?
Eventually, 4 years it took me to get it reset. I ended up not using attorneys any longer. I've been representing myself since 2008. But this is lifetime alimony. In my opinion, it's lifetime relationship wealth.
Did you end up going to jail?
I was in court in front of a judge trying to explain how my income was about a third of what I was making during the time of the divorce. He ordered me to sell my house to pay divorce alimony. When I refused to sell my house, as I had 2 children living at home, one of which is handicapped, when I refused to sell my home and my children's home to pay alimony, I was handcuffed, I was ankle shackled, and I was thrown in jail with a 30-day sentence.
Wow.
Fortunately, I was bailed out. The man I was seeing at the time had to run to the bank. He had to give my ex-husband a $30,000 check to get me out of jail.
Wow. Holly, what's your advice for other women out there?
Educate yourself. If you're going to use an attorney, interview as many attorneys as possible. If you have a wrong attorney, you are in serious trouble.
I agree with her that having the right attorney makes all the difference in the world. If you don't know how to present the evidence that's necessary, you don't know how to present that to the judge isn't going to make the decision that you're asking them to make. So having the right attorney, an experienced family law attorney that knows that area is, I think, essential.
To take added responsibility, new rights on the corporate ladder, making more money sometimes than even their spouse. They're also finding they're having to take added responsibility when their marriage goes south. More and more women are paying their former husband's alimony and child support than never before. Eyewitness News reporter Darla Miles has more.
A girlfriend of mine made my dress. We didn't have much money or anything, so, we did everything ourselves.
48-year-old Janet Logan married her first husband when she was 22.
We were kids. We were still in college.
Neither finished college, but Logan soared up the corporate ladder in the retail industry while her then-husband worked on and off in construction.
The peak of my career while I was married, I was just about 6 figures. His peak was probably half of that.
So when she decided to get a divorce after 19 years of marriage, she was slapped with $1,500 a month alimony payments.
So women in New Jersey or anywhere else are oftentimes subject to paying alimony now as either the breadwinner of the relationship, or we call it manimony, we call it malimony.
But under New Jersey law, its legal name is permanent alimony, says expert divorce attorney Barry Weinberger.
Permanent alimony is oftentimes fixed when you have a long-term marriage and a disparity of income between the two spouses.
There's not a part of you that is not the least bit better that he didn't do enough financially?
That's not who I am.
But unlike Logan, a lot of other breadwinning women are a lot less gracious about accepting the fact they're going to be the ones paying alimony.
They are not having it. They think that there is no reason that if they are out and they're working and they're doing what they need to do, that their spouse can't be equally self-sufficient.
But permanent or lifetime alimony can be amended if the higher wage earning spouse retires and makes less money, or if the former spouse who is receiving alimony gets remarried. How long do you have to pay that?
4 more years.
In Parsippany, New Jersey.
I've heard some incredible theories about the Kennedy assassination. Here's the most incredible one, but the most interesting. The person who shot Kennedy, several people have told me, was, ready, the Secret Service man in the front seat of the limo. Now that sounds ludicrous, but think about this. Every time you've ever seen the Zapruder film, have you ever looked at the Secret Service man in the front seat of that limo? No. It's like the ultimate magic trick of misdirection. Because like most people, when I see the Zapruder film, you know, I'm looking at Jackie's ass when she gets on the trunk of that car. Reach for that brain, baby. Goddamn. Ooh, yeah. What are y'all, gay? Telling me that pig skirt pulled tight over that pear-shaped bottom doesn't turn you on? Fuck off. Man, I watch that every night I get lonely. Ow. Oh, she's fine. Anyway. Okay. Come on now. What? Why a fucking jukebox? Stick a quarter in his butt. Push A12. Oh, yeah. I had a girlfriend and she left me, and a lot of funny things happened. Chicago crowds are the greatest crowds in the world. Boy, it's so real, isn't it? It's all so fucking real. Yeah, buddy. Thank you, man. Be my little echo. Thank you. It's my mother. And, you suck. You fucking cunt. Get the fuck out of here right now. Get out. Fuck you. Fuck you, you idiot. You're everything that America should be flushed down the toilet, you fucking turd. Fuck you. Get out. Get out, you fucking drunk bitch. Take her out. Take her fucking out. Take her to somewhere that's good. Go see fucking Madonna, you fucking idiot piece of shit. You suck, buddy. You suck. I can yell at the comedian because I'm a drunk cunt. That gives me carte blanche. I got a cunt and I'm drunk. I can do anything I want. I don't have a cock. I can yell at performers because I'm a fucking idiot because I got a cunt. I want you to go find a fucking soul. Sorry y'all had to see that. I dug a real hole on this one, didn't I? Gee, Bill. You know, this isn't material you're working on for your next Arsenio spot. Gee, I haven't seen a comic, you know, go running around the room going, I'm a drunk cunt. I don't, is there a punchline coming, Bill? Is there a point of view there? Son, I'm going to need to feel some emotion from you.
My wife is a gremlin. Hey, Billy Bongos.
What?
My wife of just over a year is adorable and everybody loves her. Most days she is a hardworking, level-headed human. I consider myself to have similar characteristics and through hard work have become quite successful. Because of this success, we have afforded to become somewhat of a socialite couple. We attend several parties and events on a monthly basis. This all sounds like the beginning of Boogie Nights, doesn't it? And then she starts doing blow. Next thing you know, she's getting banged in the driveway. She's just sitting there going, what the fuck's going on?
That's nothing like Boogie Nights.
Oh. We attend several
How is
parties.
that Boogie Nights?
I don't know. That's what I'm picturing. Because they're a socialite couple, then they're going to get into the cocaine couple thing.
Okay.
You know?
Oh, I think I see where you're going with this.
All right. So we attend several parties and events on a monthly basis. Normally all goes well, and we go to bed happy and peaceful. But every now and then, my adorable wife turns evil. I already picture her catching him looking at the fucking hotties. You go to a socialite party, you're testing the limits of your fucking relationship. That's when he said, they did a bad thing, right? You're stuck in one of those fucking eyes wide shut parties, yeah. That's what you're doing. Yeah, all of those fucking people, they look at like women, they're like objects and shit, and it's just like, they give the old flick of the eyebrow, meaning, hey, you want to fuck mine and I'll fuck yours? I've never been to one of these parties, but that's what I think. That's what I think goes down. All right,
You want to fuck
mine and I'll fuck yours? Well, we both just watch them go down on each other as we discuss stocks. All right. Normally all goes well, and we go to bed happy and peaceful. But every now and then, my adorable wife turns evil. It's a little like the movie Gremlins. I've narrowed it down. If she's boozed, hungry, and tired after midnight, she turns into a Class A cunt. She's mean to me, but what is worse is she says evil things about others to me. The result is I am the only person that gets to see and hear this gremlin in action, and it makes me crazy. Makes me want to buy her a pair of cement shoes and a boat. Kidding, I think.
Okay, Eminem.
So, what do? We have talked about it several times the next day with Levelhead, but Gizmo continues to turn from time to time. Do I start carrying granola? I was just going to say, I'd have a sandwich in my back pocket. Do I start carrying granola bars and a 5-hour energies in my pockets? Like, what is that word?
Like an EpiPen.
What is that?
That's for people who have allergies.
Oh, for nut allergies? Yeah. Or do I cut off her booze in general? The lovely Nia have any input? Bring your A game to Gainesville. Until then, go fuck yourself. All right. Sorry, I was just reading that last little bit he had there. What would I do? I don't know. I would... Yeah, I think I would just start bringing snacks. And I would start calling her the gremlin. What's the word you use?
Or just when she starts getting into that zone,
Gizmo.
Just being like, hey, Gizmo, why don't you take it down a notch?
Yeah, exactly. I would literally feed her like a rabid dog. You know, if a rabid dog ever came running at you, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to throw a raw steak at him, right? Isn't that what you're supposed to do?
Are you supposed to have a raw steak on you at all times?
No, that's a black guy. If you get a black guy, you put a raw steak on
I thought you said black guy at first.
Oh, for a black guy.
What?
Yeah. If a black guy comes at you, you just throw a raw steak.
I was like, what the fuck? Black eye.
Wouldn't that be great if everybody was a meat eater and they liked it rare? Then you wouldn't have to cook it and you just walk around. I'm going to the store, and you just had steaks with you. If there was any fucking problems, sir, would you like to sign up for this cell phone? You just fucking throw it, and it would just run away. Cost you too much money though. All right, I thought there was some comedy there. There wasn't.
You can't cut off her booze unless you just decide to not go to these events with her. Or make sure you guys have a nice dinner before you go out.
I would just break her balls the entire time over there. Be like, so, what do you think? What are you turning into Gizmo tonight? Around 11:30 or 11:45?
Yeah, absolutely.
Gizmo, look at you, going crazy.
Gizmo.
Your teeth are all pointy now. What's going on with you?
All right, let's get on to stuff that I want to bitch about this week. All right? Now, I know a lot of you guys, you probably think on some level that I hate women. All right? And I got to be honest with you, you're fucking right. I don't hate them individually, but as a group, they fucking annoy me. Because they're always complaining, bitch moaning, and all this fucking crap. Unlike me, who just always brings the sunshine. This is the thing. Whenever it comes down to male-female relationships, what I've noticed on television is that if someone's going to be the douche, it's always the guy. If somebody's at fault, it's always the guy. If somebody's going to pay, it's always the guy, except for the occasional Britney Spears. All right? Who, if I ever see, I'm buying her a fucking beer. Poor girl with that bum-ass husband, right? Backup dancer, sitting around the house, getting fat, sitting in sweatpants that she paid for. You know? She ever went over there and slapped the shit out of him, smashed him on his head with one of her bedazzled high heels, and I was on that jury, I would say not guilty. I would say not guilty. I would say she's a fucking hero that she hasn't done it yet. Here's a story for you. These are the stories. I'm just going to put this out here because I'm really hoping that this is going to... inspire somebody to start some sort of legislation or whatever the fuck you need to do to turn things around. Because in this country, there's a major problem. Women are organized and guys are not when it comes to this relationship shit. All right? Oh, you go right ahead and roll your eyes, ladies. I don't give a fuck. This isn't for you. All right? Here's a nice story. I'm going to read one of these every fucking week to fucking people realize what is going on. All right? What is not what is going on. What is also going on. Is every fucking 3 minutes, I got to watch the story about some poor woman who got the living shit kicked out of her by some asshole guy. Right? And you watch enough of those stories, and you start thinking, oh, my God, women are always the victim. It's not so. Here's a nice story for you. A little story called, Who Knew I Was Not the Father? Do I even need to read it to you? You know where this is going. This happens all the fucking time, but they don't talk about it. You know, it's not considered a major fucking problem. It's because guys are not organized, and we have to start bitch, moaning, and complaining the way women do. All right? Just mentally try and imagine what it's like to have a period, and that's the mindset you need to get in to make change in this country. That's what I think. That's what I think is needed. All right? Okay, here we are. Boys and girls, gather around. Who knew I was not the father? Take one. It was July in 2007 when Mike L. asked the Pennsylvania courts to declare that he was no longer the father of his daughter. For 4 years, Mike had known that the girl he had rocked to sleep and danced with across the living room floor was not, as they say, his. The revelation from a DNA test was devastating and prompted him to leave his wife. But he had not renounced their child because he's a good shit, because he realized that the kid, you know, it's not the kid's fault that her mom is a whore. You know? This guy's a stand-up guy. But he had not renounced their child. He continued to feel that in all the ways that mattered, she was still his daughter, and he faithfully paid her child support. I mean, this guy is a saint. If there's a God, this guy is going straight into heaven. Okay? He could have been bitter. He could have walked away. He didn't. He stood in. Right? So it was only when he learned that his ex-wife was about to marry the man who she said actually was the girl's biological father that Mike flipped. Supporting another man's child suddenly became unbearable. Can you believe this woman? Why don't they show that? Why don't they're showing all these stories of guys beating women. What about a woman? Why don't they show when women do shit like this? You know, not only did she cheat on her husband, she fucked the dude raw. Not only did she fuck the dude raw, she let him bust it in him. Not only did she have a fucking kid with him, she didn't say shit to her husband. So then this fucking guy, he has to find out. He's sitting there, you know, looking how he looks, and his kid doesn't look anything like him. And she doesn't say shit, so one day he goes to Walgreens, gets a little DNA test, does a little swabby swab of her and then him. Sends it off to You Gotta Be Shitting Me Labs in fucking Colorado. Comes back, finds out it's not his kid. He's absolutely fucking devastated. His goddamn marriage is over, and he's still a stand-up guy. So now this fucking whore goes back with the guy that actually knocked her up. Now they're living together. Okay? Wouldn't you think, despite the fact that she's a whore, that maybe she wouldn't be a cunt too? You know? It's unbelievable. Why not at that point just have the fucking real dad pay? And if for some reason the courts are making this guy go through the motions of writing the check, just take the check, cash it, and give it back to the guy. Why can't you do that? You know why? Because they can never have enough. Do you know how guys can never have enough pussy? Women can never have enough stuff. You ever notice that? Even if they have a one-night stand, they still got to get a T-shirt. You know? They always got to get something. I don't know if I've said that before in this podcast, but it's fucking true. They always got to have stuff. You know? And they got this free fucking money coming. And this bitch has got she's pimping these guys. She's got two guys working for her. Goddamn genius. Also a cunt, but she's a genius of a cunt. Okay? I mean, how dumb is that guy who actually knocked her up? How dumb is he to marry her? Who the fuck marries somebody who makes somebody their wife who was already somebody else's wife and fucked around with you? You saw what she did. You think she's not going to get tired of you? You think she's not going to go somewhere else, get some more dick and a little more, foreign spackle between the fucking gams? Unbelievable. So there you go. That's not misogynistic that I'm only reading these stories. What I'm doing is I'm trying to balance out the bullshit that you see it on TV. The bullshit vibe that only guys cheat, guys are dogs, guys do all the fucking bullshit. It's okay? We are equal. Okay? We are equal. We are capable of doing wonderful things like this guy who did the right thing by this little girl, and we're also capable of doing horrific things. All right? Slapping the shit out of fucking women, sticking their heads in the glove box, trying to see if you can get it all the way closed. We also do shit like that. And ladies, right, they can be absolute angels. And they can be a steaming pile of cunt like this woman. So there you go. That's my little fair and balanced reporting for this week. Go fuck yourselves. I've done 2.5 hours of comedy tonight. My new special I'm taping this Saturday night at the Lincoln Theater in Washington, D.C. And let me tell you something, brother. I'm fucking bringing it on this one. All right? I am on a mission to outdo my last 2 fucking specials. Okay? And I don't care if you cunts don't think I did it. I think I'm going to do it.
All right, girl. Wow, this guy tried to write girl is fucking with my head, and she's so fucking with his head. He wrote girls if fucking with my head. Dear Billy Bats, a few months ago, my waitress at a Mexican restaurant caught my eye with her cute smile and warm personality. I asked her out, and things are going great. After 2 dates, we were having sex, and I love spending time with her and making her laugh. She's also joining the Air Force, and she used to ask me advice because I'm in the Marine Reserves. I didn't see her during her final week, and late on Saturday during my drill weekend, she was texting that she was a terrible person and she was never going to amount to anything. Sounds like she fucked around with it on you. Sorry. That's just my paranoia. I consoled her, and she sent a 2-page text while I was asleep. At 6 a.m. the next morning, I woke up to the text that read, "This has been eating away at me, and I had a few glasses of wine and can't hold it in." Oh, here it comes. On Wednesday, I had lunch with my old friend with benefits, and I ended up blowing him. I'm so sorry. I like you so much, and I feel horrible. The next day, I asked a few details about the incidents. Were you using your hand too, cranking the shaft? I asked a few questions about the incident and said she had a strange way of showing affection towards me. I told her I didn't want to see her anymore and deleted all of her contact into my info from my phone and blocked her number. Perfect. Am I being too hard? Is it really so hard to not suck a dick? I've never had the urge. She even told me not to cheat on her and then does this. I probably should have seen it coming because apparently she'd also had a threesome with 2 guys. She seems so nice, though. This is the first time I've been cheated on and it's fucking with my head. I'm 23. This shouldn't be that big of a deal, but my confidence took a serious blow here, no pun intended. Hey, dude, that happened to me at least 3 times in my life that I'm aware of. Women fucking cheat too, all right? I mean, everybody knows that guys are dogs, but women do it fucking too, all right? And how many fucking, I don't want to get it. It's just, dude, the only reason right now where you're questioning, am I being so hard on her, that's just your feelings talking because you miss her. But, dude, you did the right thing. You deleted her shit. You told her to fuck off. It's a big-time self-esteem move. And you're only 23 years old. You got a bunch of great women in your future. I'm not saying fuck her as far as her as a person, but just forget her as far as like someone that you can have a relationship with. But, she's obviously working out some stuff. And, she's on her path, you're on your path, and you're not looking for that, it sounds like. And, just move on. You did the right fucking thing. Allow yourself to be sad and go through the shit and all that.
You know, don't do the dumb guy thing where you just try to shut off your feelings. Go through the feelings, fucking cry it out of you when no one's around. Don't make it awkward for other fucking people. And then, you know, just don't fuck with anybody for a while. You know? Figure out what the fuck you want to do next, but don't go back to her. You can't go back to her. Yeah, I wouldn't do that. Plus, you know, she's joining the fucking Air Force. You're going to the Marines anyways. You know? You can't tell me this. You're going to probably go around the fucking world. You're going to meet all kinds of beautiful women. She actually meant a long way. She probably did you a favor. And I'll tell you right now, that is as positive as I can spin that, because I know it sucks. It sucks, you know? What are you going to do?
All right, baby's mom is a whore. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Or as they say, a fucking har. Get the chars. Get the hars and the chars. All right, I'll try and keep this short and to the point. I was dating a redheaded succubus lady for almost 8 years. What does succubus mean again? That's the one who basically takes over your life, kills you afterwards. I remember that South Park was the first time I ever heard that. Chef was warning them about a succubus. Succubus, a female demon believed to have sexual intercourse with sleeping men. What? It appears in dreams, takes the form of a woman in order to seduce men through sexual activity. But then what does she make you do afterwards? Hang on a second. Appears to take the form of... the male counterpart is the incubus. Oh, is that how they got the name for the band? Religious traditions hold that repeated sexual activity with the succubus may result in the deterioration of health or even death. I really don't see the downside to any of that. All right, let's... is that supposed to be scary? It's fucking great. Sleeping, she comes in, she takes care of you. We need more succubuses in the world. All right. Her and I conceived 2 sons together. Why do people date and have kids and buy houses together? And in that time, we were talking about getting married. I loved her very much with all my heart. We rented a house and lived together for most of our relationship. I've always treated her with respect and tried my best to be the best provider for her and my 2 sons, and her 3rd son, whom she has with another guy. Needless to say, she went out with her girlfriends, which she had done many of times before, but did not come home until the next day. When I asked her why she stayed out all night or didn't call to let me know what's up, she responded by telling me she had sex with some random guy she met because she was drunk. I was like, what the fuck? How could you? Why would you do that? Her and I started to argue. In the course of the argument, not only did I find out that she had cheated on me, but in the entire time her and I were together, she just admitted to cheating on me with 12 other people in our 8 years together. What the fuck? Doesn't quite put my feelings into perspective. And the only reason she gave was she wasn't happy with me. I don't understand that, and to this day, she still will not elaborate on that. So I've since then moved out back home at my mom's. I feel crushed, like my entire life with her was a lie. It was. She betrayed me in the worst possible way and completely destroyed my outlook on love. But not only that I feel like I'm failing my family, my kids, and even that red-headed whore, because I couldn't keep my family together. I've offered to go to counseling. No, dude, fuck that. To try and work through this, but she's not interested. She acts like our 8 years meant nothing. It didn't. It meant nothing to her. That doesn't mean you're a bad person. She's been bouncing from guy to guy since we split up. The whole situation's kind of fucked up. Yeah, and you got kids there, and she doesn't care. It's been several months now, and I still feel like shit. I've been slaying bar sluts right and left, starting to work out, trying to focus on bettering myself and my sons' lives, trying to keep my mind positively occupied, but I still feel this pain in my chest like something's missing. Her, I guess, I don't know, still feel lost as shit. Dude, all of that's totally normal. You're supposed to feel that way. She probably doesn't feel anything, or maybe she does, and that's why she's going around there, you know, fucking everybody. Maybe she had an asshole dad. I have no idea. Or maybe she's a succubus. I have no idea. The only way to get past this, dude, is to continue doing what you're doing. Go to the gym. I'm not saying you got to fuck every woman that moves, but the only thing that cures this is time. Time, and don't try to block it out, dwell on it, cry it out of you. All of that shit you're not supposed to do as a guy. That's what women do. They sit down, they talk about it, they cry it out, and they get past it, and we fucking hang on to it forever, and it kills us. So cry that bitch out of you. You know, here's a big thing. Never trash her to your kids. Because as much as she fucked you over, that's their mom. You know? And it's going to fuck them up, and it's going to make them pick the wrong kind of woman, or it's going to make them treat women disrespectfully. So, I think what you got to do is it's all about you now. Obviously you have kids, but I would just try to become the best guy you could and go meet a woman that's worthy of being with you. And then have a great fucking life together, and you'll never need to trash your wife in front of your kids. They'll figure it out. They'll figure it out. That's it. And if she trashes you and says all this shit about you, just be a great dad to them, and it'll that aspect of it will work out. But as far as like feeling lost, feeling like a piece of shit, then you know that just is how it goes. I mean, I had that happen. I mean, I never had kids, but I had women cheat on me. You know, I've been an asshole. I've cheated on women. I kind of gave and took equally in my dating history, but you know, especially when like I was younger, I dated a fucking older woman. She fucking ran around, and I was an idiot. And then I was going like, oh, they're all fucking like that or whatever. So whatever, you'll work it out. All right. All right, girlfriend leaving. All right, dear Bill, love the podcast. All right, my girlfriend and I have lived on Long Island our whole lives. Go Jets, go Islanders. And in a couple of weeks, she's moving out to the Midwest with her family. I knew I was going to see her a lot less since we're starting at different colleges in the fall, but I figured we could still give it a go when we come back during breaks and stuff. She's my first real girlfriend, lost our virginities to each other and whatnot. And I don't know, man, this really sucks. I'm still crazy about her, like to the point where I'm seriously thinking about transferring to her school next year in a likely futile attempt to keep the dream alive. I know. Call me an idiot, but hey, I'm a dumb teenager. I don't think you're an idiot. You love the girl. There's nothing wrong with that. This is supposed to be the prime of our lives, and I get that, but I just don't want it to end with her, you know? Any advice from you or the lovely Nia on how to make long-distance work or moving on in general would be greatly appreciated. This is what you got to do. You got to allow yourself to be the age that you're at, okay? You don't have the answers to these questions. There really aren't any. Each person is unique. The two of you are unique, and all you can do is just tell her how you feel. Hope she feels the same way, and there's nothing more you can do. You know, it's either going to work out or it isn't, and you know, you just have to accept in life that most shit is out of your control. And you're going to have good days, you're going to have bad days, you're going to have happiness, and you're going to have pain. And, you know, when you go through painful parts of your life, you have to face it, and you have to accept it. You're not special as far as, like, you know, you're not going to go through life and not get everybody's going to get their fair share of heartache. Everybody's going to get hopefully, their fair share of happiness. So, you know, you're still young. You got your whole fucking life ahead of you. And like I said, all you can do is just tell this woman how you feel. And if it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I can also tell you that, you know, you're going to be going to a college, and there's going to be a bunch of beautiful women there. There's going to be... College is the greatest fucking nightclub, like, ever. Ever. You know, you walk into a nightclub, it's like, you know, the women know why the fuck you're there. So they already got their guard up. When you go to college, you know, you're going there to go to school. So everybody's a little more fucking relaxed. Yeah, you can go there, you just fucking hit on all of them. Every fucking one. Women that are completely out of your league. Just fucking have a good... Dude, you're fucking... Oh, I guess you're not single. You have this girl. But I'm just saying, if she fucking dumps you, dude, like, your depression, right, of the life that you're going to have after that is you're basically going to be a single guy in the prime of your life going to college. Like, that's not a big drop-off, you know? You're totally going to be fine. So like I say, just tell this woman how you feel. If she feels the same way, it'll work out. If it doesn't, then you're a free man at college. And I can tell you this right now. As a married guy, I can tell you, someday you'll be married and you'll have kids. And you're going to look back when you were single in college with all of those fucking women around. And you don't want to look back going, what the fuck was I thinking? I'm not saying going out there and being a fucking man whore. But go out and have a good fucking time. You know? Dude, you're single in college. If you end up being single in college, the thing that you're kind of afraid of because you don't want to lose this woman, you're drafting in the first round. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many great catches because they're all fucking single. So you can go out and you can get a quality fucking woman if you're single and you're in college. You know, the older you get, you start drafting in the later rounds. You start meeting women with issues. Women with fucking baggage. All the great ones get fucking snapped up. So, you're single in like your 30s. That's when all of a sudden you think you got a #1 draft pick, and then all of a sudden, you end up with like a Greg Oden situation, right? She's got some fucking microfractures in her feet or some shit, or her knees. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. I'm just saying, like at your age, the hardest thing is you haven't been older yet. Like, older people would look at your situation and just be like, dude, you were in a fucking dream situation. But there's no way for me to explain that to you because you'd have to be old and get married and just be going through the relationship shit, where it's just the fucking ups and downs, and like now you're fucking legally bound to somebody, which is fucking insane to begin with. And the fact, dude, that you're just single. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do within reason. And I don't mean like, you can't go out and buy a yacht. You don't have the money to do that. But I'm just saying that you just, whatever you feel like doing, you can basically go do it. And the thing that I really wish when I was single that I appreciated more was that level of freedom. And then also I wish somebody older could have told me, like really just could have told me. Like, I lucked out with Nia, but like some of the other people that I dated and stuff like that, I mean, granted, it was also 50% me. Like the level of shit that I put up with when I was younger, I wish I had like more self-esteem. Like, this is obviously for men and women listening to this shit. Like, if you're with somebody and they're a fucking asshole, like, why would you waste another second of your life with them? You know what I mean? Trying to find reasons to stay with the person. It's like, this person is a fucking asshole, okay? However you're wired and however they're wired, it's not working. Fuck off. Just fuck off. Get out of my fucking life and just walk away from it. I mean, I learned that so late in life. And like I said, I just, lucked out when I met Nia. But like, I had friends in my life that were just fucking assholes. And I just remember one day I just woke up being like, I really shouldn't have to work at being friends with somebody. Like, this is like work. I got to sit there and worry, how is this person coming at me? And I just got him out of my life. And then I just kind of I don't know, came up with some sort of like standard that if someone dipped below it, that was it. They were out. You're fucking off the team. And now I got all these great friends in my life. I don't have to fucking solid people. That's essentially what you're looking for. I know I'm getting off the beaten track here, but dude, like you're in a dream situation, whether this works out or it doesn't, And also, as much as it hurts if you get your heart broken, it's good to get one of those out of the way. So you're all good, dude. You're all fucking good. I wouldn't worry about shit. Tell her how you fucking feel, and she either fucking accepts the fact that you're a number 1 draft pick or she doesn't. If she doesn't, that's her fucking loss, and you move on. You go to college, you fucking crush it. There you go. Fiance's parents are evil. But I can't do anything about it. All right. So I'm getting married this month. Super excited to marry the love of my life. Congratulations. But the whole experience is going to be awkward and weird because their parents don't like me. In fact, they hate me. Oh, Jesus. I'll not give you the whole, what is she come from money and you're fucking Billy Joel? You marry an uptown girl, huh? You're singing in your garage? Let's see. I'll not give you the whole convoluted story, but the upshot is that they're conservative, upper-class, highly successful Latin American business types, while I'm an Australian middle-class, lefty arts graduate. I knew they came from money. Anyway, we've been together for almost a decade now, and even though I know they've said horrible things about me behind my back and tried to talk her into leaving me numerous times, they've always been pleasant to my face. Oh, that's even worse. That said, there were a few years there where they didn't talk to either of us after we told them we wouldn't baptize the hypothetical children we still don't have, but we don't mention that. Okay. So you guys are agnostic or something? I don't know. Basically, it's going to kill me to have to look at their stupid fucking heads on my wedding day. We only invited them out of a sense of obligation, but now it's hitting home that I'm actually going to be part of this family now. What I need is a long-term plan of attack to survive the next few decades until they shuffle off this mortal coil. I know living a happy life with their daughter should be all the revenge I need, but if you saw her father's face, you'd want to give him the old right there, Fred, too. Guess I need some kind of middle ground. Any advice? Fanta nuts? I don't even know what that means. Go fuck yourself. Come to Australia. Imagine that's some sort of red nut over there. I have no idea. Joe Bartnick just texted me, said smiling like the butcher's dog. Good for him. All right. Any advice? The most important thing that you said there is that you're realizing that you're marrying into this family. And that is something that you never really fucking think about enough. I don't think enough people do until you just picture this person is going to hold your child someday and want to take the kid to a ball game, or whatever. So there is that. But I don't know. The only way to do it, there's one way to do it. You could just try to kill the guy with kindness, or you could just sit down and look at the guy and just say, look, man, who's kidding who? I know you don't like me. I know you're just being polite out of, respect for your daughter or whatever, but you don't have to be nice to me anymore. We can see each other on the holidays or whatever. Anytime you want to come over, don't say that. Don't say you don't want to come over. Jesus. That would drive me nuts if the guy was being phony nice to me. I would, at some point, have to say to the guy, listen, you don't, maybe just say that. Go out golfing with the guy and just say, listen, man, I don't want to be any more of a thorn in your side than I already am. Just know that you don't have to pretend to like me. Okay? Then he just fucking walks off the first tee. I got to be honest with you, dude. I don't know what to tell. These are tough ones, man. This is really fucking... How close do you live to them? That's another one. If you guys live a state away and you only see them 3-4 times a year, you can tough out a couple of weekends. You know what I mean? However, if they live right down the fucking street, and then they don't approve of you, and then you have a kid, and then they're going to question how you're bringing it up, and they're already getting involved. I can tell you this, they're already way too fucking involved. All right? This is the deal. You can say whatever the fuck you want about whoever your kid's dating until they get married. Once they get fucking married, you got to back off. Unless it's obviously something horrible. One person's abusing the other person, but they got to back the fuck off. So maybe you got to have that conversation. Just be like, listen, I know you don't like me, but I love your daughter and she loves me and we got married. So you need to deal with that. Yeah, fuck him. Yeah, you need to deal with it. We got married, all right? So I don't need you coming over here giving me the fucking stink face in my own house. All right? You already did it once. You do it again, I'm going to take your head, I'm going to stick it right in the fucking icebox. All right? I fucking had enough of you. Yeah, fuck this guy. I have no good advice for you, sir. I don't know what to tell you. I just hope it works out. But don't take any shit from the guy. And when it comes to you and your wife, I would just make jokes about it. You know, I'd be like, hey, you know, I'm going to go hang out with your dad today. She'd be like, really? No, he hates me. Remember? Whatever, you know, just keep it light. But don't joke about it too much, because then she'll say, but it really bothers me that he doesn't like you. I want everybody to like each other. Sir, I think you're going to be okay, but I'd be lying to you if I didn't tell you that 17% of me thinks that you're really fucking stepping into some shit here. But you know what? Everybody who gets married does, so good luck to you. Good luck to you, but don't take any shit from that guy. I think you can get to the mom. You can charm her, right? I bet you can charm her. And women are more forgiving, right? Until they're not, and then they'll fucking kill you in your sleep. But generally speaking, they're fucking more forgiving. And I think if she really sees the love between the two of you, she could back off. And then that's what you do. This is what you do. You divide and conquer. Fuck him. All right, I think I'm onto something. Fuck that guy. Make her mom love you. All right? That's it. And then she'll start nagging at him, and he'll either go one of two ways. He'll either give in and eventually like you, or two, it'll fucking eat him up and he'll die sooner. All right, Jesus. Had to go all the way to there, Bill? Yeah, evidently I did. All right. All right, ditched by a lady. All right, dear old Billy Freckles, I had a date tonight with a lady, and the plan was to go get dinner and then see a concert. She was really cool, and we went out to a good restaurant near my apartment. Dinner went well. I was making her laugh, etc. And after I paid the check, I told her I had to use the bathroom. She said she'd wait right outside the restaurant. So I went in and did my thing, but when I came out, I couldn't find her. I had only taken a piss, so it's not like I was taking a long time in the bathroom. I called her, and it went straight to voicemail. Then I waited around and texted her, and she said that she had to leave because her friend's boyfriend had just broken up with her and that she needed to go back to the apartment right away. Oh, Jesus Christ. Really? She couldn't wait to say goodbye to you? I asked her if she couldn't have at least told me before she left, and she said she was sorry. We both have tickets to go see a concert next week, which we had planned before we planned tonight, but I think it's just going to be really awkward, and I don't want to do, and I don't know what to do because I'm pretty sure she just ditched me. I would love to hear your Boston accent. Give me some advice. Thanks, and go fuck yourself. Yeah, you either got ditched or she's unbelievably fucking rude, but you can't hitch your wagon to this. There's no way you're putting a baby in that. The fuck, you have a baby, you know, and all of a sudden, you know, she squirts it out, and you're like, oh my God, look at it, honey. Honey? Honey? Right? She fucking takes off again? Yeah, you can't have that. She, I don't know. I don't know what her fucking deal is, but all I need to do right now, okay, you and this woman, it's fucking over, okay? And your best hope, if you still want to bang her, is to stick by your guns that you don't put up with this shit, that it's fucking over, and just be matter of fact. Just say, no, that was really rude, and it was also very immature. If you weren't having a good time, you should have just said something. Then, no, my girlfriend, and then on top of that, you lie to me. I mean, I'm actually glad that all of this happened because I was able to see, you know, that you're not the kind of person that I would want to be in a relationship with. You know? That fucks with them. Wait a minute. He's not mesmerized by my pussy anymore, right? Next thing you know, she's riding you. These are all just fantasies, people. I don't know if any of this shit's true. All right, so wait, does she have one ticket and you have one ticket? I don't know what the math is on the ticket. You said we both have tickets to go to the show. Well, here's the deal. If you have both the tickets, then you just take somebody else. Yeah, and I don't even think I don't think you owe her a phone call either, do you? Or maybe you do. Yeah, maybe you do. I would just call her and just say, yeah, listen, I'm taking somebody. No, don't do that. If she has the tickets, tell her to keep them. Keep them.
man, I don't know. This thing is over, dude. You don't need me. You know what the deal is. It's fucking over. I got to be honest. It's fucking hilarious that she just left. I've done that. I did that when I was young and immature. I did that one time. I met this woman, and she wanted to go out and go see this band. And so we went out there, and next thing you know, she was up on the stage dancing while the band was playing, pointing at the crowd as if she was in the band. And I didn't have the emotional maturity to wait till she got off the stage to be like, yeah, I don't know what that was. It seemed like you were enjoying it, but, you know, I'm going to go. And you know what? I just left. And I'll tell you this, I regret doing that because I think it was really mean of me to do that to her. If that's how she likes having a good time and likes going up there and dancing in front of a band that she's in, you know, in front of a group that she's not in, pointing at the crowd as if she wrote the song, if that's what the fuck she likes to do, then, you know, I guess, you know, I should have let her do that. I was, at the very least, I should have been a man enough to fucking walk away. So, trying to think, yeah, I've had a woman do that to me too. I had a woman one time was totally into me. It was over. It was a layup. She was going to bang me, and I went up, and I had a bad set, and I got off, and she was gone. I bombed so bad that a woman who was willing to have sex with me thought better of it. And this is the best part. It was a festival, and it was only a 15-minute set. In 15 minutes... 15, and I have to think that halfway through my set, because I got off stage, she was gone. So about 7 minutes in, she did a 180 and just fucking walked out. So it came back to me. Oh, it always comes back to you.
Let's talk about something here that absolutely fucking enrages me, as opposed to everything else that keeps me so nice and fucking calm. Somebody sent me a story. This is unfucking believable. Some guy goes to jail, all right, for rape. Listen to this. A man who spent 25 years in prison for a crime he did not commit, all right, he went to jail for the rape of some woman, and in 2008, after DNA proved he could not have been the attacker, he was awarded $4 million compensation. That's what he got, $4 million for, you know, and sex offenders get treated the worst in prison. All right, so that guy, you know, let's just say he was just some regular dude. He's like a fucking, you know, construction worker. Maybe he took a couple of karate classes, whatever. Now he's in fucking Thunderdome. People want to beat him down. Somebody's going to try to rape him or something. We've all seen Shawshank Redemption. This is what this guy went through for 25 fucking years, and he didn't even do it. Didn't even fucking do it. So they give the guy $4 million. You know something? Those piece of shit banker motherfuckers are going to come in and tax him and hit him for half of that. You know, that should be tax fucking free. But here's where it gets worse. All right? The guy faces a court battle to keep hold of the money he was awarded for his wrongful conviction, because now his ex-wife, who divorced him 3 years into his life sentence, has taken him to court in a bid to get a share of the $4 million compensation. She claims he owes her the money that she would have been entitled to had they divorced and shared their assets. Can you fucking believe this shit? This guy went to jail for the worst fucking crime. All right, one of them. It's got to be up there if you want to fucking argue about it, right? He didn't even do it. He's sitting there going, honey, I didn't do this. You got to stick by my side. She hangs in there for 3 years. Go fuck yourself. I'm out of here. What do you think she's been doing for the last fucking 22 years? As far as I can tell, besides not working on a career, she's been out there sucking a whole bunch of other dicks. That's what she's been doing. So now it turns out that this motherfucker didn't do it. Okay, and she's stuck by his fucking side. Stuck by his fucking side. This right here is a Hollywood movie. But she fucking left. All right? She left until her stankin' puss smelt all that fucking money. All right? And this is what I want to know. Why isn't this fucking show on The View right now? On one of those shows with all the ladies. Why isn't it on those shows? Why do they constantly show only guys doing shit to women? You know? I get it. Some fucking psycho throws acid on his ex-girlfriend. You got to expose that guy. You got to teach people about that shit. But how about a little bit of fair and balanced reporting? You think they're going to go after this fucking thing? You think if those fucking whores saw this story in the green room, you think they'd be like, oh, you know what, maybe we should talk about this? They're never talking about shit like this. All they do is talk about when bad shit happens to women. And if I, like this shit here that I'm talking about would come off as fucking misogynistic. Hatred towards women. It's unreal. Well, you're taking this isolated incident and then no, I'm not. This isn't an isolated incident. Sugar Shane Mosley's getting a divorce. One of the greatest boxers of all time. His ex-wife not only taking his fucking money, all right? She wants the championship belts too, and she was awarded them. This kind of shit happens all the fucking time. Unfucking believable. Can you find? And I'll tell you what the funny thing is. She's going to get some money. She'll get money out of it. The same way you hold the door for them, they don't pay for their fucking drinks, they turn around and get hammered, throw a drink in your face, and then the bouncer puts you in a chokehold, drags you out, and then you go to court for disturbing the fucking peace. And what the fuck does she do? She's in there feeling justified, wondering if you know, she has a lawsuit against you because she dislocated her elbow when she threw a beer bottle at your fucking head. Unfucking believable. I swear to God, if I could do life over again, I would be a judge. You know? And I would have a whole briefcase full of hammers because by the end of the day, I would throw them at so many of these cunts' fucking heads. Oh, Jesus Christ. You know, I couldn't. Then I would just be, he hates women. I would be disbarred within 2 seconds. Oh, I would love to be a judge. Lady, you might be the most... If I could throw someone in prison for being an absolutely reprehensible, incurable, fucking money-grubbing whore, it would be you. But I can't. The law does not allow me. So why don't you do me a favor? In a room full of perverts and scumbags, you are the worst. So get out of my fucking courtroom and make it a little cleaner. You fucking piece of shit. I don't know. This isn't even funny anymore. That's just absolutely fucking ridiculous. And what's even more ridiculous is the lack of national exposure a story like that's going to get. So you know what? So let's keep a tally, shall we? We'll start with the Sugar Shane Mosley. Something, you know, he's going through a divorce. She also has to get the fucking championship belts. You know, why? Because they match her fucking shoes? Or because it's a vindictive move and she's trying to break a man? You know? We'll go with like the lighter ones. Kobe Bryant's getting a divorce. Okay? He's worth $380 million. That means his fucking wife is going to get $190 million. Probably can't hit a layup on a fucking Nerf hoop set. You know? And a bunch of broads will be like, yeah, she's entitled to it. She supported him. Unfucking believable. Just robbing these guys fucking blind. What about that goddamn yellow diamond he bought her? Why don't you go take that down to a pawn shop and live off that for the rest of your fucking life? Right there, ringless. Unfucking believable. How many more men are going to get sliced in half with these fucking... It's unbelievable. It's unfucking believable, and they don't do any stories about it. And when you bring it up, well, you know, we shouldn't have married her. Yeah, she should have ducked. What if I said that, right? Then I'm a fucking asshole? Oh, Bill, where did the Christmas go? What happened to the holidays? Georgia? Oh, fuck. I can't believe I gotta go Christmas shopping. Unbelievable. All right, so there you go. If you want to look up that story, we actually got that story from a great website called Barstool Sports. It's all Boston shit, so just to warn you if you're a sports fan of other sports. But, you know, they do have stories like this. All right? The guy's name's Stephen Phillips. His ex-wife is named Tracy Trucker. Oh, what a cunt. Dude, that is first ballot Hall of Fame cunt right there. No question. We're waiving the 5-year rule. You're going right in.
All right, cheating bitch girlfriend. Oh, Jesus. Yeah. Hey, you red-faced fuck. I don't know why I find that shit so endearing. Shows you what the fuck's wrong with me. All right, about a month ago, I started dating this lady. She seemed really quiet and pretty innocent. After about a week, I realized, I just pictured that woman in that Vince Vaughn movie, The Wedding Crashers. Whoever that actress was fucking hilarious in that movie. Anyways, after about a week, I realized that her last boyfriend was a total freak. Like jean shorts and shit. Fuck, what do you mean freak? Like a weirdo? Or was fucking, you know, having threesomes with this chick? Anyways, like jean shorts and shit. Fuck. So I did my best to just ignore that and have fun together. I was, in my opinion, a great boyfriend to her. I took her on a lot of dates, and it seemed like everything was perfect, and this was my first girlfriend. I'm only 16 and pretty introverted, so having a girlfriend was a big step for me. Yeah, that's huge. Good for you, man. Anyways, after a few weeks, she started acting weird. One day at lunch, she told me that her old weird boyfriend and her had sex before school that day, and they also had sex a couple of other times while we were going out. I didn't know what to say, and it really fucked me up. She even said it wasn't her fault, and I shouldn't be mad. Oh, you know what? I was actually going to give this girl props for being mature enough to own up to what the fuck she did. And then she said that. Don't be mad at me. After a fight, I told her to fuck. I told her to fuck and left. I think fuck off is what you meant. Because she's already fucking, dude. You don't need to tell her. You should have told her to less fuck. To ex-nay on the fuck-a. She then started saying that it was my fault. I don't know what I did wrong. Oh, you poor bastard. You're only 16 years old, right? So you didn't have your deflector shields up. Is that what it is? Did you say you were 16, right? What the fuck was that? I'm only 16. Okay. So now everyone knows at school because high school is bullshit. I'm now known by everyone, including my family, as the guy who got cheated on. This bitch not only made me feel like shit, but also kind of ruined the whole aspect of finding a nice girl. I don't trust them and feel as if I will never move on. Yeah, these are the catastrophic thoughts you have when you're 16. Because your world is small. You're still living at home with your parents. You go to school. You see the same fucking cunts every day. And you feel like the walls are closing in. All of these feelings, 100% normal. How do you move on after being fucked over like that? The only things I've done is got a job and started lifting weights. Maybe then when school starts again, I can show up shredded and do better next year. There you go. I like it. Turn a negative into a positive. Here's the thing. You're a nice guy, right? You're a nice guy. Well, you know, so that means there's the nice woman out there that balances you out, right? If you're a dick, there's plenty of cunts out there, but you're a nice guy. So what I would do is I would thank my lucky stars that that fucking woman is out of your life. You know? She's totally fucked up, right? She's going to go back to the jean short guy, and they're going to fuck before school, and they're going to do all of this other shit. And who gives a fuck? I don't understand how, like, I don't know how there's no reason for you, just me listening to this, why you should feel bad about yourself. I got cheated on, you know. It's happened to everybody. And it makes you just more feel stupid, is what it is. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to count the amount of times that's happening to me. The first girl I was with was like fucking
way older than me. I went from like 0 to 90 miles an hour and fucking... Yeah, she ended up cheating on me and breaking up a fucking marriage. And how did I... Oh, I remember how I didn't even know. I ended up running into the wife of the guy that she cheated with, and then they were broken up, and she told me. And I just remember my thought was, I just went like, huh. You know? And there was a lot in that. Because it just let me know that, you know, I just thought guys did shit like that. You know? I thought we were just the fucking animals. And it was just like, wow. So she was doing that, and then come home and smile. Yeah, and that fucked me up for a long fucking time. Yeah, you know what? And I didn't trust women. You know? And I started lifting weights. Did I write this thing 20 years ago? What the fuck? No. Yeah, dude, this is the deal. You know, it's going to take time to get over it, but, you know, you're going to meet somebody nice. And I think, yeah, you're in the prime of your life. You throw the weights around a little bit. You show up fucking shredded, right? And then you show up in September and just start chatting up the women. And this is the thing, too. Women love they love a project. You know, so you can use the fact that this woman cheated on you, that, oh, you know, I have problems trusting fucking women, and now they'll be coming at you. You beating them off with a fucking stick. All right? Yeah, dude, fuck that. This is the thing. You don't ever let it, anytime anything bad happens in life, you don't let it, you know, there's two things you can do. You can either just fucking, I don't know. I view like those types of thoughts, like, you know, when you watch like Bugs Bunny and they would have like that weight that just said 1 ton on it. I view like that's what that thought is. All right? And you're standing next to a fucking pool. All right? And the thing's got a chain around it. And you either just fucking let it go to the bottom of the pool itself, or you stick your head in the chain and wrap it around your neck and you let it take you down. And then you're just down there in the bottom of the pool. You know? Why would you do that? Fuck it. Fuck her. Just let that whole thing. I'm not saying don't deal with it, but you got to turn it into a positive, which is what you seem to be doing. Fucking work out and chat up a bunch of women. This is the thing. Maybe, you know, start your list of fucking requirements. Your test, your lock the door test, and maybe to try to get a good one. You know, women always say finding a good man's hard to find. So's a good woman. So what this woman did is help you start early on a checklist, because I didn't start a checklist for a long fucking time. You know, I was well into my 30s, and I was still just like, hey, you want to fuck? Everything on my list is checked off, you know? All right, here we go. All-time underrated quarterbacks. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Shake it off. It's fucking your fault. That's hilarious. That poor woman, she's got a lot of issues, and I bet she has a terrible father. You know, so in a way you can look at it like that, because, you know, she is young and immature, but if she continues to live her life that way, that is a bad fucking road to go on. You know, that's fucking white Zinfandels or the red wine, gray teeth with the fucking tramp stamp. She's going to go down that one. Ugh. And the piece of shit guy she's going to meet. Jean shorts will be the least of her problems. I hope that doesn't happen to her either.
This girl could be the death of me, but I take a chance, girl, preferably. Rather play the game, if you F for me, then let's flex. Blowing hard like a referee. We in Oregon, God bless the trees. Add a little more love to the recipe, and I show you. I wanna love you at the red light. Girl, you should be my go-to. Come get caught up in my headlights. 'Cause when I'm with you, I can't slow down. Strike me with your lightning when everybody else cancels out. me while we driving. Kiss me while we driving. Kiss me while we driving. Say kiss me while we driving. Yeah, swear this one is a better me. I made mistakes, but I'm better see. Now I'm riding high, that's better means less flex. On the road or in bed with me. Yeah, volunteer like I'm in Tennessee. No rolling deep, it's just you and me. And I saw you. I wanna love you at the red light. Girl, you should be my go-to. Come get caught up in my headlights. 'Cause when I'm with you, I can't slow down. Strike me with your lightning. When everybody else cancels out, we still shining with the high beams, the high beams. So kiss me while we driving. Kiss me while we driving. Kiss me while we driving. Say kiss me while we driving. But she ecstasy, and next to you, well, rest in peace. Yeah, sunset to the left of me. Light flares and we riding. Night falling, we firing, we firing. So kiss me while we driving. Kiss me while we driving. Kiss me while we driving. Say kiss me while we driving. So kiss me while we driving. Kiss me while we driving.
You got a youngin' thinking really. She had us talking about her titties, yeah, yeah. Shawty wanna have to autumn. Pull her hair back when she get down. Get down, that's how you move, oh, really. Talking dirty and she feel it, yeah, yeah. Lil' mama left her children to try and get it with the realers, yeah, yeah. No scrimmage. Give a fuck about your opinion, yeah, yeah. Lil' mama ratchet and she know that. She wanna show it, but we know match, yeah, yeah. Baby put up for a reason. She a little thought that she know that. Home fit, that's Adidas. Shawty sniffing on the dope line. Either way, then we leave her. Shawty got some kitties, but she's searching. Wanna get it with her, so you lurking. Been talking to models with a passion. I'm sorry to say, baby, got a youngin' thinking really. She had us talking about her titties, yeah, yeah. Shawty wanna have to autumn. Pull her hair back when she get down. Get down, that's how you move, oh, really. Talking dirty and she feel it, yeah, yeah. Your mama left her children to try and get it with the realers, yeah, yeah.
makes me hurt. And every time you say her name, it makes it worse. So maybe we should start. We can't help it if we want this. We selfish, are we self-destructive? We can't help it if we want this. We selfish, are we self-destructive? I don't wanna wait, I don't wanna wait, but I know that it's too soon. I could only wait, but I wanna stay, so I better play it cool. If we never try, then I guess we'll never know. Lying to ourselves, promise not to tell. It's out of our control. If only I had been the one to make it first. But knowing I was second only makes me hurt. And every time you say her name, it makes it worse. So maybe we should start. We can't help it if we want this. We selfish, are we self-destructive? We can't help it if we want this. We selfish, are we self-destructive? Are we self-destructive? I don't wanna wait, but I know that it's too soon. I could only wait, but I wanna stay, so I better play it cool. I don't wanna wait, but I know that it's too soon. I could only wait, but I wanna stay, so I better play it cool. I could only wait, but I wanna stay, so I better play it cool. Can't help it if we want this. We selfish, are we self-destructive? We can't help it if we want this. We selfish, are we self-destructive? I don't wanna wait, but I know that it's too soon. Could only wait, but I wanna stay, so I better play it cool. I don't wanna waste any more of my time. Maybe I should get out of here and hide. I'm just falling, white walking, I'm over this. I don't really care what you're talking in clear. All I know is that I want out of it. You're just running from something, why cover it? You can see me on my way out. Won't notice if I fade out. I'm talking about all your doubts in me. I just wanna ride the wave out. Let's see how it plays out. I'm feeling the buzz. Come get some with me. I don't wanna waste any more of my time. Maybe I should get out of here and hide. I'm just falling, white walking, I'm over this. I don't really care what you're talking in clear. All I know is that I want out of it. You're just running from something, why cover it? You can see me on my way out. Won't notice if I fade out. I'm talking about all your doubts in me. I just wanna ride the wave out. Let's see how it plays out. I'm feeling the buzz. Come get some with me.
Is it possible that all of this is real? I've been hurt so many times that I don't know what to feel. No, no. Many obstacles that almost sealed the deal. And I wrote so many lines, I didn't know if I would heal. Oh. And then you came and took the pain all away. You reminded me I'm never alone. Reminded me I'm never alone. My eyes so colorful, no longer gray. You're a vision shining brighter than gold. You're a vision made of gold. Are you really something sent from up above? So divine and statuesque, yet you're so mysterious. I was giving up as you were showing up. Thought of laying this to rest, but yet you're all I'm thinking of. And then you came and took the pain all away. You reminded me I'm never alone. Reminded me I'm never alone. My eyes so colorful, no longer gray. You're a vision shining brighter than gold. You're a vision made of gold. And you came and took the pain all away. You reminded me I'm never alone. I'm never alone. My eyes so colorful, no longer gray. You're a vision shining brighter than gold. You're a vision made of gold. You're a vision made of gold.
I don't give a fuck about face. Oh, they put me up and me down, tired me slowly. After that, after they, nothing is holy. Play the free, pray for weeks, smooth out my body. Cause after all, deep down in the world, on this rock we got all these rules that everyone keep making up. Who the fuck is they? I wanna meet with them. I wanna feel next, I wanna be their friend. We gonna get real close, we gonna laugh all night. We gonna have a moment, then we say goodbye. I don't give a fuck about they. About they. Oh my, what a time, what a vibe, and we are hardly beginning to know this party. We got us, we got they, we got an army. Oh, cause we know deep down in the world, on this rock we got all these rules that everyone keep making up.
Yeah, I'd rather be a lover than a fighter. Cause all my life I've been fighting. Never felt a feeling of comfort. All this time I've been hiding, and I never had someone to come home. Nah, I'm so used to shit. Love only left me alone, but I'm at one with the silence. I found peace in your vibes. Can't show me there's no point in trying. I'm at one, and I've been quiet for too long. I found peace in your vibes. Can't show me there's no point in trying. I'm at one, and I've been silent for too long. I'm in need of a savior, but I'm not asking for favors. My whole life I feel like a burden. I think too much and I hate it. I'm so used to being in the wrong. I'm tired of giving. Loving never gave me a home. So I sit here in the silence. I found peace in your vibes. Can't show me there's no point in trying. I'm at one, and I've been quiet for so long. I found peace in your vibes. Can't show me there's no point in trying. I'm at one, and I've been silent for so long.
And baby, just please don't go without me. I'm tired of doing it on my own, and now I'm stuck here thinking what it could be, you and me. And baby, just please don't go without me. I'm tired of doing it on my own, and now I'm stuck here thinking what it could be, you and me. And baby, just please don't go without me. I'm tired of doing it on my own, and now I'm stuck here thinking what it could be, you and me. And baby, just please don't go without me. I'm tired of doing it on my own, and now I'm stuck here thinking what it could be, you and me. And baby, just please don't go without me. I'm tired of doing it on my own, and now I'm stuck here thinking what it could be, you and me. And baby, just please don't go without me. I'm tired of doing it on my own, and now I'm stuck here thinking
could be you and me. Sometimes we fall in love with people at the wrong time. Sometimes it's okay, baby. Yeah. Doing it on my own. 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 And baby, just please don't go without me. I'm tired of doing it on my own. And now I'm stuck here thinking what it could be, you and me. And baby, just please don't go without me. I'm tired of doing it on my own. And now I'm stuck here thinking what it could be, you and me. And baby, just please don't go without me. I'm tired of doing it on my own. And now I'm stuck here thinking what it could be, you and me.
I'll admit I was wrong.